everybody. Welcome to 2022. It's January 1st, New Year's Day. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve. Good start to your year. My name is Cheryl and this is my channel, Tranquil Stitches. I am here to do my 2022 WIP parade. I am excited to get started on these, and I want to document where they are right now so that hopefully on December 31st I can come back, good Lord willing, and see where I was and where I am at that point. So grab yourself something to drink, grab your stitching, and I've got 25 WIPs that I brought into 2022 with me, so I'll be showing you all those. I also have my 2022 WIP Go board, and I'll be telling you if they're on my WIP Go board and what their goal is. So let's get started. I hope you can't hear my refrigerator. It is growling, literally growling right now. Our plan is to replace that sucker this month, so it's driving me crazy. It's so temperamental, but hopefully you can't hear that, and there will be some traffic noise, but we're going to get started. These are in the order they are on my WIP list. So the first one is Anniversaries of the Heart. This is by Blackbird Designs. This one is part of my 2022 WIP attack. Now what I plan to do this year is put some major work into my big ambitious projects, and what I'm calling a WIP attack. I have 4 main big projects that I'm working on, 4 main ones and 3 alternates. The 4 main ones, I'll point them out to you, they will each get 500 stitches a month in this WIP attack, and the other 3 will be alternated, and they'll get, when it's their month, they'll get 250 stitches minimum. So the 500 and the 250 are minimums, and if I feel like working on it, if I get time to work on it more, then I will throw as many stitches into them as I can. My 4 main BAPs for the WIP attack are not on my WIP Go board because they are going to get the stitches anyway. Last year I worked on some in the zombie run, and I put 400 stitches a month in 3 projects, four projects. 3 of them were 3 of these, and I got some really good progress in them. But I did put them on my WIP Go board, and I feel like I could have used those 3 spots at least for, you know, something else. So that's why I took them off my WIP Go board this year. They're going to get the work anyway. So the first one, like I said, is Anniversaries of the Heart. I have gotten almost 6 blocks completed. I am doing this one in honor of the women in my life, and I'm dedicating a block to those women, and I'm not personalizing them until the end. So you'll see some blank spaces that aren't filled in. This is such a big project that it scrunches up in the Q-snap, so I don't want to distort any back stitch that I may put in there. So all the personalization will go in at the end. And last year, this one got 6,592 stitches, and it's got 16,000 in it already. So here it is right now. So I have this one almost done, and the others are finished except for the personalization. So I'll show you what they're looking at like right now. And this one should finish quickly because there's going to be, you know, I mean, the roof and the door aren't going to be hard to stitch. And I am changing up some of the colors. I'm personalizing it a little bit. Like Evergreen Lane, this house is not white in the chart, but I made it white, you know, to personalize it. This is my block, you know, because I love me some fall. So there is Anniversaries of the Heart. This is one of 4 on my WIP attack. And if you want to attack your WIPs and play along with me, I will be posting my progress on Instagram under hashtag WIP attack. and you're welcome to join me. So the next project is New World Sampler by Prairie Schooler. I got this one in a D-stash from someone. It was already started and I wanted to adopt it and finish it. So I've been working on it. I got 3,010 stitches in it last year and it has 5,400. Now that's just my stitches. 5,466 in it that I've put in it so far. So its goal is 1,000 stitches. Of course, that's minimum, you know, to meet its goal on my WIP go. Here it is. So hopefully I'll get some more, you know, more than 1,000. But if I get 1,000, I'll be very happy. So there's where I am on that one. Using the call for colors, of course, because it's a Prairie Schooler. It's very pretty. I love it. WIP number 3 is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. I started, this is one of my oldest WIPs. I started this one in October of 2018. Its goal is to finish this year. Last year I got 3,095 stitches on it. And it has 6,163 since I've been counting. So here it is. And as soon as it's called, I will be focusing on this one to get it done. All I have left is the border. So there's that one. And I did use my own color conversion for this one. I stuck some purples in there to make it more mysterious. You know, I like that. I like purple in Halloween designs. And I used some Carrie's Creations. I used some different flosses that are discontinued, you know, that I had in my stash. So that's my version of Away We Ride so far. Its goal is to finish. Okay, the next one is New Year's Sampler. And I'll have to put who it's by because I meant to write it down. I left a blank space here. It was in Celebrations magazine, I'm pretty sure. It was my New Year, New Start for 2019. Its goal is 1,000 stitches. I'm pretty sure that's going to finish it up. If it doesn't, it's going to be very close. Last year, this one got 3,032 stitches, and it has 5,800 in it so far. And like I said, 1,000 should get me very close. And if I am very close, I'm going to go ahead and knock this one out. But here it is. And I used my own colors for this one. Now, this is the last project that I was working on for my 2021 WIP Go. So you've not seen it since I got this progress in it. The last time you saw it, I had half of this swirly border here done, and I didn't have any of this up here. So I've put in all of this and half of this, and it was over 1,000 stitches, and that gave me enough to meet my 2021 goal, and I got to mark it off of my WIP Go and complete my card. So this was the last one on my WIP Go, and I thought that was pretty, you know, it's New Year's Sampler, so there's where it is now. Now down here, it's got some back stitch going across these little areas so that these squirrels and bunnies are going to pop out more. And then, of course, the pineapple has got some back stitch that I'll be doing during at the end. And it's got two birds right here on a branch. And then this border repeats up here. So that's New Year's Sampler. Its goal is 1,000 stitches, and officially it's 1,000 stitches. My goal would be to get it finished, and I hope that happens. And if not, I'll knock it out in January next year. Okay, the next one is Village of Hawk Run Hollow. I started this one in October of 2018. And this is number 2 for my BAP projects on my BAPaTech. I put 7,372 stitches in it last year, so it got a lot of stitches in it last year. And it has 8,903 so far. So hopefully get another block or two in the back attack done. I have the first 2 blocks completed. Finished? Yeah. So here's the first 2 blocks. I am also personalizing this one. You know, I can't leave a chart alone. I can't just stitch it as it is. I gotta mess with it. But I am personalizing this one based on the little village that I grew up in. So it's gonna have some personalization. So 2 blocks finished. And it's big. It's gonna be big. But I'm very happy with it. This hawk runs, you know, I finished 2. This is my 3rd one. I'm in love. I love them. I will always have a hawk run going. Always. I think I've got them all now. No, I'm still missing Halloween, I think. Yeah. There is Village of Hawk Run Hollow, project number 2 for my BAP attack for 2022. Okay, the next one is 31st of October by Primitive Hair. This one is in the 2016 Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue. Its goal is a finish. Last year I put 3,010 stitches in it, and it's got 3,570 so far. And like I said, its goal is a finish. So here it is, right now, January 1st. I love her. Is she not the cute? Oh my gosh. Is she not the cutest? And I am playing with a little bit of the colors a little bit in this one, but I just love her. So her goal was to finish, and we'll see. It's hot, y'all. It's literally hot. I feel like it's like June out there. Okay, I got to tell you a little story about the next one. WIP number 7. Last year, I UFO'd 4 things initially. And they were, 3 of them were Darktober starts that I started in October of 2019. And for various reasons, but when I UFO'd this one, I rethought it, because the reason I UFO'd it is because I couldn't find the floss that I started it with. I put it somewhere. It was not labeled. It was just a floss from my stash. I put it somewhere. It got separated from the bag, and I couldn't find it. So I said, I'm going to UFO it. Well, then the more I thought about it, no, I'm not going to UFO it, because, you know, I can't find, I still want it. I just can't find the floss. So anyway, I have to restart this. This is Skeleton Key from Stitchy Fish Designs. It's also in the 2016 Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue. And its goal is a finish. I'm counting this as a WIP, not a new start, because I've already started it. So it's a restart of a WIP. So I have been carrying this as a WIP the whole time, even though I've not officially started it yet. So Skeleton Key will be started and finished this year. It is on my WIP Go board. So that's that. Nothing to show you there. Okay, the next one is the 3rd BAP for my BAP attack. This is Elizabeth Weston. She is from Hands Across the Sea. I started her January 1st of 2020. Last year she got 6,796 stitches, and she has 7,297 so far. I'm stitching her. Now, some of these fabrics are just from my stash. I've not been mentioning the fabrics, but you know what? If you're not stitching the pattern with the call for fabric and the call for floss, you're going to use your own stuff anyway, right? So if I tell you what I'm using, it's not really going to matter, right? Because you'll see it's a neutral, you'll see it's got some modeling in it, you'll see, you know, so you're going to use what you're going to use, what you want to use. And, you know, some of the fabrics I have are, you can't get anymore. They're from Sassy's Fabrics. They're from, you know, dyers that aren't dyeing anymore. I just have a lot in my stash that I choose from. If I do know the fabric, I'll mention it. But like I said, if you're not using the call for, then you're going to use your own stuff anyway. So it's, you know, I just never been big on that. If somebody shows me something and they're not using the call for fabric, then I'm just going to pay attention to the color of it. It's not going to matter. I'm not going to say, what is that, so I can buy the exact fabric, you know, unless it's like blue or purple or something like that. So, okay, that's just, you know, my feeling. But here is Elizabeth. Right now, like I said, she is on, well, she's on Lakeside Wild Honey Linen, and I'm using the Call for Silks. So, here she is right now. Now, this is a bed sheet, and I can only get so much of it in the camera, but you can see all I've done so far. And these silks are just phenomenal. They're so soft. Pinks. This sampler, as soon as I saw it at Market in 2019. I saw the model, and it just knocked me down. And I said, it's pink, and I'm doing it. So she's going to be a lifetime journey project for me. But I love her. I love her. So she is going to get 500 stitches at least. A little hands across the sea needle minder. But she is, I can't even get her on the camera. So she is huge. So that's Elizabeth Weston. My 9th WIP is Dickens Village by Margaret and Margaret. I started this one for Mania 2020. Its goal was 1,000 stitches. Last year I got 3,032 stitches, and it has 3,500 in it. And I have the border done, the outside border. So that met my goal last year. I had a stitch milestone goal, and it just worked out that it was right around the same amount that the border was, so I just did the border. And that's my own colors. So the goal on this one is 1,000 stitches. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish this one this year. I need to cut that excess off. I can use that for something else, so I need to do that. So that's where Dickens Village is, and its goal is 1,000 stitches. The next one got no love last year. This is Wintery Mix. The next couple are Mania starts for 2020 that I still haven't finished. This one got no love. It has 501 stitches in it. It's Just Nan's Wintery Mix. I think I said that. I started it Mania of 20, and its goals of finish. So there's what I have. That's 501 stitches, and that's not going to take much to, you know, Just Nan's are pretty involved, you know, so it's not going to be like one evening sitting down stitching it to finish it, but it's definitely doable. It will be finished this year. Number 11 is Friends of the Mill by Chezzy and Me. Again, Mania of 20. Got no love last year. So she's still sitting at 1,011 stitches. And I have a goal of 1,000 stitches on this one as well. And here it is. I have the mill. And this is my own conversion as well. So the goal for that one's 1,000 stitches. I may finish this one. Depends on how far I get with it. That's the black. I've got a thread back there from the roof. It's nothing wrong with my fabric, but got the meal done. So 1,000 stitch goal for that one. Number 12 is the fourth and final BAP of my main 4. This is Christmas Quaker by Bygone Stitches. I started this one Christmas Day of 2020. It is the 4th one in my BAP attack for 2022. It will get 500 stitches a month. Last year, it got 5,138 stitches, and it has 5,643 in it. So it got quite a bit of love last year. It's just 2 colors. I'm using Mulberry and Piney Woods from Gentle Arts, and that's where it is. This one is Christmas Quaker 2. There's an original Christmas Quaker, but the 2 is the one with all of the Christmas carols in it. And I love it. I have the other one that I want to do as well, but I wanted to start with this one because I love me some Christmas carols. So this one, I am so anxious to see what it looks like on December 31st. 1/2, 36 count. Not Heartland by Picture This Plus. So that's what that's on. I guess I can tell you Friends of the Mill is on a French Vanilla Swirl from Silk Weavers. Not sure what Wintery mix is on. It's just a little fabric scrap I had in my stash. Okay, the next one is Still Stitching. This is by Homespun Elegance. This was a special offer she had, I saw on her Instagram, and it came with the frame to put it in. And I just thought, you know, I started this one New Year's Day last year, and I like the sentiment. It says still stitching after all these years. Okay, so it's by Homespun Elegance. Sandra, I think I said that. Last year, it got 510 stitches on New Year's Day, and that's all it got. So here's where it is. And I used my own, I think that's a Vicky Clayton silk. So I'll put the other 2 medallions. Its goal is a finish this year. Scrap piece of raw, looks like Zweigart linen. And that's Still Stitching. Okay, these next few are Mayhem 2021 starts. I let my husband choose my Mayhem starts for 2021, March Mayhem, and these are the ones that he chose. So the first one, the majority of them only have my starting stitches in them. So this is Easter Tree by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I cannot wait to get to this one. It's so cute. 311 stitches last year for Mayhem, and that's all it's got in it. Its goal is 1,000 stitches, but I think this one's going to get more than that because it's so pretty. Pink. And this is Blue Whisper, Belfast. You can't really see, but it's, there you go. It's a blue model. Oh, it looks like the sky and that heart and those birds. Yeah. So that's Easter Tree, WIP number 14. WIP number 15, y'all try to hold your excitement here, okay? This is Sweetheart Hill, sorry. I got Strawberry Hill last year. Sweetheart Hill by Plum Street. Love this one. I knew he would choose this one. I knew it. 327 stitches to start it in Mayhem last year, and its goal is 1,000 stitches. It'll probably get more. Y'all ready? Boom. That's it. That's it. Now this is a like a lavender Belfast. You can't see, well, a little bit there. You can't even tell, but yeah, it's going to be really pretty on that. Sweetheart Hill. The next one is Frosty Night by New York Dreamer. sorry. This one, I think it's Stormy Night Linen, I think, Belfast. This one, it's Goals of Finish. It was called on WIP Go for January. So it sits at number 19. It's right here. So it's Goals of Finish. 463 beginning stitches is all it has in it. And there's where it is. Now this is, like I said, a Stormy Night. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it looks like. So I am excited. I get to work on this one this month. I can't wait to finish it. It's going to be so cute. Oh, look at that white. You can't really see, but that white just pops off that fabric. Number 17 is Coffee by Heartstring Samplery. I love her Coffee series. And this one's Goal is a Finish as well. It has 462 stitches, which are its beginning stitches. On what looks like maybe a picture of this plus something or other. Doubloon maybe. I'm not sure. And honestly, I don't know if that's the top row coffee beans or the bottom. There's a bottom and a top row. No clue, but I will know when I get my pattern out because I've highlighted it. So a row of coffee beans. Isn't that exciting? You can see a little modeling better there. But yeah, it's going to look really good. Number 18 is a Threadneedle Street by Annie Bees. Its goal is 1,000 stitches, and it was also called on January's Bingo, WIP Go. And it's right here, number 2. So number 2 and number 19 were called. So I will get to work on this one too. This one is on an absolutely gorgeous piece of hand-dyed linen. And look here, you can see, wait a minute. You can see a little bit of it's got like gray and purple. But I probably, it's not on the fabric. I will find out, and when you see it again, when I work on it this month, I'll tell you what the fabric is, but it's so pretty. I got it at Market, and it's not a brand that I had heard of before. I don't know, but there's my star on it. Got the little lamppost and some flowers. So that's Threadneedle Street, and I get to work on that one this month. 526 stitches that was, if I didn't tell you. All right, my next one is Coffee House by Little House Needleworks. This one's goal is 1,000 stitches, but I'm pretty sure I can get it done because after I finished New Year's Sampler and I had my Christmas start, and I got a good start on it, I had some time left in the month. I went back and looked at everything I had for stitch milestones on my WIP Go, and I chose this one because I thought if I could get some good stitches in it, then when it's called, if it's got 1,000 stitch goal, then I might be able to finish it. So that's what I did, and it's on a piece of something. I don't even know. It's all to pieces. But it's going to be really pretty when it's done, so don't pay attention to that. I put in, well, this one has, it had 300 and some stitches when I picked it up the other day. Right now it has, well, it had 337 stitches when I picked it up the other day. It now has 1,182. So I got a good 700 something stitches. I don't have that in front of me, but so it has 1,182 stitches so far. So when I pick this up, you know, when it's called, I might could finish it. But it's definitely on an even weave. It's just white. It's white art. And I'm using the called for on this. Except the window panes are white, so I'm going to have to cappuccino them down a little bit so they'll show. Yeah, that's Coffee House by Little House Needleworks. A lot of information, I know. Okay, number 20, almost there. Number 20 is Fancy Blanket. This is Midnight Ride, I think. You'll know, I'm showing you. The goal for this one's a finish. It is my last Mayhem 2021 start. All the following, the previous ones were. This one has 1,144 stitches last year. You know, I started it last year and that's what it's got in it. 1,144 stitches. And I'm pretty sure that's Vintage Country Mocha. Yeah, it is. So there's where I am on that one. I have lots of fancy blankets and I'm going to do lots of fancy blankets. I love them. So there's that one. Okay, the next three are my 3 alternate BAPs. This is Witch's Hollow. This was a unicorn for me. This is Primitive Needle. Lisa Roswell. Probably top 5 for me. Easy. Okay, I started this one April 1st last year. I got 505 stitches in it, and that's where it sits. It is on my WIP Go. These 3 are on WIP Go for 2,000 stitches. They are a part of the BAP attack. They will be alternated every 3 months, and they'll get 250 on their month minimum. So here's where she is right now. All I have is the word witch in the bottom border. Y'all, cannot wait. Cannot wait. This is on, I don't know, something. It's on something. And I probably, you know, when I work on these, you know, I'll try to have more detail. So that's Witch's Hollow. That was one of my unicorns. Traded somebody for that. Thankful, thankful, thankful. Okay, the next one is also a BAP attack piece. This is Christmas Village by Sarah Germini. I started this one May 1st of last year. 517 stitches is all it has in it. And yeah, okay. Its goal is 250 every quarter. It's on WIP Go for 2,000. So it's going to get more than the BAP attack allows it. Here is my progress. I've got a little bit of snow, Santa's sack, and a tree started. But this one is going to be big too. I can show you closer up what it looks like. I also have the Halloween, the Christmas, it's more like a Nightmare Before Christmas type thing because it's got Halloween and Christmas in it. But this one is the one that he chose for me to start. Santa's up in the air. Look how pretty. And it also has buttons. Look at that moose. Can you even with that moose? Honestly. He goes down here. Cute. So that's Christmas Village. BAP attack. And the last of the 3 alternates for the BAP attack is with my needle, with the Needle 2 by Lila's Studio. I started this one on June 1st of last year, or 2nd, June, 1st of June. It's my June start last year. 665 stitches is what I got in it, and that's where it sits. Its goal is 2,000, and and it's on BAP Attack for at least $2.50 every quarter. And here's where it is. These colors. Oh. Can't wait to get back to this one too. With the needle too. Okay, two more. The next one, it was my birthday start last year. This is A Changed World by Scarlet House. Oh my gosh, I fell hard for this one. I've worked on it twice. 1,178 stitches is what it has in it. It's on a 32 count, Weeks Confederate Gray, and yeah, this one's going to get some attention because I am in love with this. There's where I am. Up, sorry. And there's where I am. Oh, using the called for on that. I think. My last WIP, I started Christmas Day. I got 736 stitches in it before I put it down. This is also Scarlet House. Big fan of Tanya's. This is Very Merry Christmas. I got this while I was at market in 2019. Started Christmas Day. Its goal is a finish. 736 stitches. And I love this linen. It's just a mystery linen, but it's got a green tint to it. And that white just pops. Look at there. But there's where I am, and I'm using the Call for DMCs on this one. So that's Very Merry Christmas. Its goal's a finish. Now, on my WIP Go board, I also have 2 spots reserved for my printer's tray. I have a printer's tray that I want to start stitching motifs for to fill it. And what I need to do is cut some pieces of paper so that I'll know what size I can make the motifs to fit in there. So that's going to be a whole project in itself, but on 2 blocks on my WIP Go, I have printer's tray 1 and printer's tray 2. Each of those, to meet that, to cross that block off, I have to stitch 5 blocks for that printer's tray. So by the end of the year, I should have 10 blocks stitched for the printer's tray. So it's my intention to get, you know, some of the blocks measured out so that I can start going through some of my alphabet books and some of my Christmas books, because I want it Christmas themed. The first, I'm going to make big goals, right? Big goals here. I'm going to make little inserts for Christmas, for Halloween, for 4th of July, patriotic. Those are my 3, one, and then after that, maybe spring, you know, because I'm going to live to be 1,100 years old. So that is, that takes up the last 2 or 2 more spots on my WIP Go board, plus the center spot is a new start. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to use that as a new start or if I'm going to make that a part of my Project 22. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. So that is my WIP Go board. That is my WIP Go projects for the year. And all of my WIPs are on my WIP Go board. And I will be starting lots of new stuff too. So that is my WIP parade. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Not too bad, about 30 minutes. No, it's going to be a little bit more than that. But anyway, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you very much for spending part of your day with me. And I am excited about 2022. I will be back with some more stitching and some more stuff a little later on. But until I see you again, Happy New Year and happy stitching.